Hi guys, so today we're going to be making some protein coffee popsicles. Okay, so you're gonna need a few things. First, we're gonna start off with our high protein coffee mix. You can do mocha or you can do the house blend. I'm gonna actually start with this one just because of the richer flavor. And then you're gonna need obviously water and your either ice cubes or popsicle mold if you wanna get fancy. I bought this one on Amazon. This actually came with the cover as well as popsicle sticks and popsicle bags. But if you want to keep it simple, I got this at the 99 cents only store. I also was able to buy these popsicle sticks there. And you're going to use either aluminum foil, saran wrap, or parchment paper to cover this when you freeze it. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our protein coffee and water. So we're going to make this as if we are making our serving of protein coffee. So when you're making this iced protein drink, it calls for between 8 to 12 ounces of water. So we are actually going to do about, this is about 18 ounces of water. We're gonna do 2 servings of the protein coffee. So you're gonna do a total of 4 scoops to about 18 ounces of water. And because we're gonna blend it, it's going to kind of froth. And so this recipe does ask for it to be blended because we're gonna freeze it. We wanna make sure that it's fully blended, that it's fully dissolved. Otherwise, if you're just enjoying your regular iced coffee, you can shake this in a shaker cup or a hand mixer. But we're gonna go ahead and add our protein coffee to this water and we're gonna blend it for about 1 minute. And we're gonna pour into our popsicle molds. So if you've ever smelled this, it smells amazing. So now that we've put in our 4 scoops of protein coffee, we're gonna go ahead and blend this in the blender. Like I said, just like my shakes, I blend it for 1 whole. Okay, so now that it's blended, I do wanna make note that if you're using a smaller blending cup, make sure you don't fill it more than 16 ounces because it's going to really froth up. If you notice, it's filled all the way to the top, so we don't want spillage to happen. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pour this into our mold, and we want to fill that up pretty much, oops, see, making mess here, all the way to the top. I went ahead and poured my contents into a shaker cup because the spout is smaller. I don't want to have too much spillage, and there you go, that's so much better. So fill it as much as you can. So remember, it's going to be a little foamy, so that way we can salvage as much of the protein coffee as we can. And it looks like these 2 servings are probably going to be enough for 3, 4, 5, 12 popsicles. This would probably be enough to fill this entire tray here. Actually, I take that back. This is going to be enough. We'll have to do half a serving for the last two little pockets here. Or actually, I have it here. This should be enough. So we're gonna go ahead and pour that in here and finish it up. There we go. So now that we filled our tray, we're gonna go ahead and put the lid on top of this. If you are using a regular ice tray, this is where you'll do either aluminum foil or saran wrap to cover before you go ahead and put in your popsicle sticks. So this already has the perfect little slots to just stick that in. And you wanna make sure you have a little bit of slack there. Don't push it all the way down. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and put this in the freezer. The protein popsicles, I put them in the freezer for about 4 hours. So I'm gonna do the same with these. And if you would like, you can check them periodically to see that if they've completely froze. So, and then we'll check on these bad boys once we are done to see how they turn. In about 4 hours, we're gonna go ahead and take off this cover and see how our popsicles are. Okay. So what I learned from the last protein popsicles that I made was to let this sit just a little bit to thaw out before you try to pull out one of the popsicles. So I got some of them out, and I'm gonna do this in phases because they're melting quite quickly because it's warm. So this is optional to sprinkle a little bit of cocoa powder on top of them, and then I'm going to bag these up and put them back in the freezer for single serving.